Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Paper Girls issue 7. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 153, and that's show a review all the comics I read this week in one show, and the exclusive comics for that are all in the description below, so be sure to check that out. But let's start talking about Paper Girls issue 7. This has become one of my favorite series to read every month. I love it. I love that it gives you twists and turns with every issue and awesome character development. And it's also a book where I feel like you could read it more than once and get a lot out of it in the second or third read. But let's start talking about issue 7. I would say, not really detailed cover for story plot, but you see that it does apply to the story because you have older Erin and younger Erin looking at this abandoned mall, which comes into play a little bit as the issue goes on. So it's not one of my favorite covers for Paper Girls, but it definitely still has obviously great color. We have the yellows and purples, and it still has to do with story, so it's not misleading in any way. But let's start talking about the artwork. Another aspect I love about this book is the art. Again, the purples, these really distinct colors, the facial expressions. I think they do really well, and even like showing technology, because that's a big aspect of it. I'm trying to find an example of that, but even like the little detail of Erin, or alien Erin holding an umbrella and then running away and dropping it. Those small details I really like in the artwork that just brings more emotion towards the story. So beautiful art, and great coloring. Some of the best coloring, I think, in an ongoing comic I'm reading. But let's start talking about the story. So with this issue, we learn a little bit about older Erin. And younger Erin doesn't really like her older self that much. Because her older self, she wants to figure out this whole entire mystery and bring these girls back to where they belong, and find their friend. But at the same time, she can't, like, go out with 12-year-olds during a school day. It's like, people are going to ask questions. And you see that she also has some, I would say, yeah, some problems in her life. She's taking anxiety medication. She takes a lot of personal days. And, Erin, at the same time, though, even though she doesn't love this future for herself, she's able to comfort her older self in a beautiful scene here. And we see that little hug as they try to figure out a little bit more about this mystery. Now, we have 3 versions of Erin in this issue. We have the alien Erin, who, again, plays with this mystery that you don't really know who these alien creatures are and why it looks like Erin. And then you have this big monster, and alien Erin knows about the monster, so what's going on there? We don't know. And the other story, which really left us on a good cliffhanger, is with, I think, Mac and Tiffany. Mac and Tiffany going to try to find kind of their own route, finding their older selves. See, maybe it's a little bit better than older Erin. And we find out that Mac doesn't have an older self because she died of leukemia in '92, or of cancer. So that was the big cliffhanger, and Mac doesn't really know how to react to that, and I really like that shocking moment, and I think they played that really realistically, where she's like, oh my god, that just happened. She's just shocked and doesn't know what to say. So I really enjoyed this issue. Like I said, I've just been enjoying Paper Girls every month. There hasn't been a bad issue for me. And this really brings a lot of information to us. You have a lot of character development for Erin, and maybe showing that this future that kind of looks similar to the world we live in now. Erin, from the 1980s, like, oh, well, this is probably not the future that's going to happen, right? We can change this, right? So I like that idea that this future is not, people flying in the sky. It's kind of similar to where we're living at now. And then, of course, you want to learn what happened to the other characters, the other supporting characters. Tiffany, we don't know what happened to her. Hopefully in future issues we'll learn. And then that cliffhanger with Mac, you just did not see that coming. I guess you could have thought one of them would have died before they got into their 30s, but still, I was shocked by that, especially Mac's character. So again, a great cliffhanger where you really want to read the next issue with great character development, and that is the reason why Paper Girls issue 7 is my pick of the week. Definitely pick it up, and if you're not reading Paper Girls, read this series. It's one of the best series out there right now. And like I said, really never disappoints. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.